To put it mildly, Ja Morant's career is taking a nosedive into the deep end. There has been incident after incident, and the young superstar is showing no signs of turning things around. Let's go ahead and excuse all of the other things he was involved with in the past for just this video and focus on this specific situation.
Memphis Grizzlies star Ja Morant has been suspended for a second time after once again appearing to flash a gun on social media.
As I'm sure everyone knows by now, Morant was caught on Instagram flashing a firearm in what appeared to be his car alongside a friend. And what makes this so frustrating is that he just made an entire public apology video for the club incident like a month or so ago. And let's be honest, we all knew he wasn't sincere, and if it was up to him, he wouldn't have even had to apologize. There's this notion that Morant is this dumb kid who just never learns. But to be fair, I think he knows exactly what he's doing. Almost like it's planned or something, because there's just no way he thought flashing guns on social media several times was a good idea. It appears that he's self-sabotaging, but for what reason, nobody knows. But maybe he just doesn't really care all that much about basketball anymore. His entire childhood, he dreamed of one day making it to the league and making millions. And now that he's done that, it seems like he's 100% satisfied with where he's at. And who wouldn't be? He has $1 million house, bought family members' houses and cars, made millions of dollars himself, and he's one of the most popular players among celebrities, especially rappers. So he probably doesn't see basketball the same way he once did. In the beginning, he was hungry and had something to prove. But now it's the total opposite. And of course, we're not inside of his head, so we don't really know, but that's at least how it looks on the outside looking in. And for those who see nothing wrong with what he did, you're a part of the problem. And that's most likely why he'll continue to do it. Sure, there isn't anything wrong with owning or carrying a registered and licensed firearm, but it's not smart to flash it around for the world to see. It's not good from an image standpoint, and it's definitely not good business-wise. But I mostly feel bad for the Grizzlies and their organization. Morant is putting everyone, including coaches, teammates, and the owner, in a weird position. As a player, I'm sure it can get tiring of having this type of attention on your team at all times. And it's gotta be even worse when it's because of your star player who's supposed to be your leader and driving force. If Ja gets suspended for any amount of time next season, it's gonna hurt the team significantly in the win and loss column. And I'm not so sure how a few of his teammates might feel about that, especially Jaren Jackson Jr., Desmond Bane, and Dillon Brooks. Jaren Jackson Jr. was Defensive Player of the Year, while averaging nearly 20 points per game. Desmond Bane averaged over 20 points and proved himself as a rising star. And although Dillon Brooks has said not to be on the team come next season, he did still make the all-defensive second team. So say what you will about Brooks, but you're not going to be able to go out there and get another all-defensive player like him, who was literally your only good perimeter defender. It just wouldn't make sense to let him go. But that's a story for another video. My point is, I think things are going to slowly get worse over time. Not even just with the off-court stuff. For the reasons I just mentioned, I don't see how much longer his teammates can bear all of this. No pun intended. And with the way they're firing head coaches now, the Grizzlies coach, Taylor Jenkins, is potentially a year or two away from being in the hot seat if they don't at least make the Western Conference Finals, let alone the Finals, which will be nearly impossible without Ja Morant. As an NBA fan, I absolutely love Ja's game, and he proved himself as a top 10 player in the NBA without question. I really do think he's a good guy. He's worked extremely hard from his rookie season to now, but even saying that, he still needs a wake-up call of some sort. No amount of talking or advice from NBA veterans is going to influence his behavior. I hate to say this, but it's going to have to take something drastic to happen in order for him to open his eyes. Because he's on top of the world right now. Millions of dollars, the city loves him, rappers love him, and he could drop 40 points on your favorite team on any given night. And I'm not handing out the he's young excuse for him. There are plenty of young guys in the league who haven't done what he's done. But even saying that, there is still hope for him, and I wouldn't write him off just yet. But what do you think? What's next for Ja and the Grizzlies? Let us know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.